Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. You'll notice right quickly that I've changed the camera angle. This is Bryan's 360, and he sent it to me because it wouldn't run consistently. And with that kind of a diagnosis, I want to run it here on the bench for a little bit. And we'll do some rotating and all that other good jazz. But I know for too much running, that camera just shakes when it's back over here, so we'll try this. Alright, duckbill valve is good in that cap, so I can do this without making a huge mess. This oil cap, though, that thing, I'm going to say its valve isn't worth a diddly squat, because it had leaked. Yeah, it's oil. During shipping, it leaked all over the place. But then again, the post office wasn't gentle with that box. It kind of looks like it was used for a wheel chock for a semi, so I'm just glad the saw isn't damaged. Alright, well, let's see, A, if it'll start, and if it will, if it'll run consistently for us. That's interesting. That acts like fuel starvation. We'll do that one more time. But yeah, we can see fuel spurting out the top. That's interesting. Well, hell, I've already got the camera set up. I guess we'll enjoy a shot from that angle. See how much of my big arm blocks it. Not sure what this thing is doing. It sounds like it's starving out, but then we can see fuel blast out right there as it's dying, so those two things don't quite jive. I know Bryan's been through this saw top to bottom. It's got new hoses. When he got it, the intake boot was missing its garter spring, which can easily create a vacuum leak. But he's got that taken care of. One thing I will note is this carburetor has the plastic fuel barb, and it is rotating here. So when we get this thing out, we'll take a look and make sure it's not cracked, because that'll interrupt flow of fuel right quick and in a hurry. Now it's not cracked, so I'll be danged. Bear with me, folks. I gotta get you off the tripod. I can't guarantee that this is the whole problem, but I definitely see something. See that piece of the intake boot that's folded in right there? Yep, there it is right there. Air leak. Carburetor's flowing enough fuel, but this piece managed to push down as on installation as it was tightening down, and it just distorted that boot. I don't know if that boot will come back from that. May have to pull that off and just replace it. Depends. I don't know. I'll be damned. We might get lucky here. Be a hell of a note if that's all it was, but at the same time, be better. I'm going to try and get you guys back on the tripod, because I can't do anything holding the camera. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can get this to go. Oh, there. I think that went. Alright. Now, this gasket is homemade, but it's cut pretty well. I think it'll work. I want to try, see if we can't do this. Give it another test run. Let's see, do I have that back? I do. God dang it. It is so easy to mix these up. The throttle rod goes to the bottom, and the choke rod goes to the top here. And you have to somehow get them started without jamming the other one up or having it fall out. As you're seeing, that's kind of a pain in the ass. If you get the upper, start. God dang it. This is getting annoying already. So we'll put the choke on a little. There we go. And make sure your pulse hose doesn't get all jammed up in there. Alright, now if you're careful taking this off and you don't change where the grommet is on the screws, it ought to drop right back down where it wants to be. Otherwise you gotta go back and forth side to side. Feels pretty good. Now I am going to guess that this thing is going to be tuned exceptionally rich. So I may have to restart it a couple times as I'm trying to tune it. Now I noticed there's a nick up here. I don't think it goes all the way through that hose, but you know what? There's more than enough hose here in the tank. I've verified that. We're going to just eliminate that as a possibility too. So we'll just pull a little more back out of the tank. Dang it. God, I hate those plastic fuel barbs. One of my next projects is to try and find something that's still in production that's metal that'll fit the openings, because these things are just a giant pain in the butt. They've got a steel starred kind of insert underneath them, and once they've moved once, they're just damn near useless. They use a version of that on the oil hose, oil feed hose that's way back up under here, and so many saws won't oil, that fitting will crack and it's sucking air instead of oil. So keep an eye out for that. Alright, see if I can recreate this shot from the chair. Yeah, that'll work. Isn't great, but it'll work. Let's see if this thing has a different attitude now. Ah, it's gonna be so rich. Maybe. Let's just start fresh. Oh, I take that back. 1, 2. There we go. That's about 1 1/4 turns total. We'll do this one at 1. Well, earlier today I said I needed an easy one. I'm thankful this is it. Bryan, I'm going to say that little intake, what do they call that? Not the intake adapter, bushing. Carburetor bushing, intake bushing. That was definitely the issue. So it would get started, but then it would suck enough air, it would interrupt the flow of fuel. So, with it installed right, I'll let it sit. I'll give it another cold start, but I think this one's good to go.